talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Yay! Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pretty hot Thursday.
Yeah.
So I hope you made it all right until the end of your day. And thank you very much for starting your evening with us. On today's show, we obviously do have the usual hot talk. And today we've got two special guests. I'll give you a clue. One of them is pretty much everyone's Man Crush Monday. You're gonna have to wait until later to see. But thank you so much for being here. The hashtag is Ebru Let's Talk. My name is Lydia KM.
My name is Dana DeGrazia. Welcome to our wonderful Thursday episode, everyone.
And it is Ayuma Kaguli. Welcome once again. I feel as if like it's the pre-game for the weekend.
It is.
For Friday.
Yeah. First of all, I mean, I'm feeling super summery. I feel like your rainbow of a bracelet, however, though, you're just
every day.
You're just like bringing in the sun here. And Lydia, you look like you actually going out after this. Honestly,
Yes.
You for real look like you
you
went to the Riverside
Like what are you
Awards.
talking about? I woke up like this. What do you mean?
Lydia showed up to work in her pajamas, people, and honestly, I'm embarrassed. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, before we talk about how amazing these outfits are, because I do feel underdressed, we have to immediately get to Hot Talk so we can bring you our next guest. We're all very aware of, I don't know if I want to call him infamous or notorious, how to label him, but we all know Prezzo, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
Prezzo is a titan in the music industry. He has been around for years. I actually worked with him on Nairobi Diaries. We know him, but the side of him that we don't know too much about is his philanthropic side. So he is actually working with another organization, actually his own and a few other people in the music industry, to build homes in Kibera. You can see photos of him now where he's actually physically on the sites here. And honestly, I'm all for it because he has built, kind of admittedly on his part, kind of a bad reputation. He's aware he's a little bit notorious, a little bit of a bad boy, but he really did acknowledge the fact that he wanted to give back to the community, and I think this is an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
Personally, I believe more musicians should be doing this. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Definitely.
no, it's great. I mean, it's a lot of the times when he makes this table, it's usually something ghastly, something that you don't
He's
even want
cleaning up a mess.
Oh my God, there's always some problem. So when someone does do something positive, I'm here for everyone making the same noise they do as when somebody does something wrong. Because this will not make a lot of headlines, but if it was something nuts, he would. So I'm here for it, and I'm here for us who are, in the media, making more noise when people do something good. So kudos to you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just like, congratulations. He's doing so well and everything. And he's not just doing this all by himself. He's also doing in conjunction with Compact Records and the CEO for Compact Records.
Yeah, and he's working with Yella.
Yeah, exactly. And he also said, because he does have his own record label, and he's planning on working with the guys from Kibera as well. So it's not just like we're coming to do charity work and build homes for you, but they're also working with like the youth and everyone else who might want to be signed to his record label. He's also helping out other guys. So
it's not
really
an
nice.
in and out scenario,
which
kind of has been his path.
When LeBron James started the school, we said that we love seeing something which is like, plant the seed, let it grow. So what you just said, I love that point because it's true. It's deeper than just photo op and then we go.
He's watering his opportunities.
Let's go to, I guess, a very highly anticipated, so the High Court in South Africa has decided that they're going to legalize marijuana. Who's clapping?
I'm clapping alone here. Y'all are just gonna switch at me. Ayuma's drinking her drink, and I'm just gonna be here like.
This is something which we know it's a debate in a lot of countries. In America, some of the states are legalizing it. A lot of Europe is still very much no, but SA, the first to legalize it. Of course, it's still the Minister of Health and all these other bodies which are totally against it because of the health risks.
Believed health risks.
The believed health risks, which are things like it can trigger paranoia and some other mental health issues. But there's a lot of people, the Rastafarian group, and also a lot of traditional leaders believe that marijuana is completely harmless and it should be used by any and everyone. What do you guys think?
I'm like, power to the people. You know, if you guys want to go there and get your little, you know, smoke on and everything, hey, do you? No judgment free.
Wagwan,
it's a judgment free
South
zone
Africa.
over here. Yeah, get your Snoop Dogg on. It's all right. It's cool. I'm not sure if Kenya will ever reach that point, but like, just to clarify, they did say it was like for personal use only.
Yes,
you can't
not
be
for
there,
selling.
not for selling and all that stuff. So I don't know. It's a really debatable thing. Guys like have like really polar views about weed and everything.
So extreme.
Yeah, but I do understand that it does have medical benefits. Like, you know, there's people who are really in so much pain and like have different conditions and diseases where it does really help them. So like, you know, if you're able to, you know, use it legally and it helps, you know, your ailments and just, you know, gives you a better day.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, so for me, the thing is, I've been studying a lot about this.
Yeah.
Not just for recreational purposes, but more geared towards medicinal purposes. The thing is when I ever think about Kenya legalizing it, I personally believe Kenya is the perfect place to do it because one, the marijuana industry would create so many jobs, not just for medicinal purposes, not just for like actual recreational purposes using it, but it would create jobs in the textile industry. It would create jobs in the medicinal industry. It would create jobs in the recreational industry, you know, for going out.
It's a huge
industry. The same way we had shisha bars, the same way that you could have cafes like they do in Amsterdam, which also offer things like edibles.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I feel like this is such an untapped industry and it comes with so much stigma that's so unnecessary because it really derives from like the 70s when it was like the hippie movement and that's what it was associated with. But now we're finding a lot of people turning towards marijuana to combat things like drug addiction, you know, because big pharma is part of the reason why it's not legalized now. It's because they would rather have you addicted to something like a narcotic than treating yourself with marijuana. Lydia's giving me this look. It's like, dang girl, you really did your research. You did your research. So I'm all for South Africa legalizing it. I mean, it's also safer than things like alcohol. It's safer than things like cigarettes. So, and this is going to be really great because I feel like at worst, we as the rest of Africa can look at a South Africa as like a guinea pig, you know? We get to watch, we get to watch and see how Africa, you know, responds to it, see how South Africans respond to it. But I can say that in the states where it has been legalized, like Colorado, for example, resounding success. You know, taxpayers have made, you know, back millions of dollars. In fact, Colorado had to give people back money because they were making so much money. Yes.
No, I'm here for opening up, as you said, as far as the jobs, I totally see how it would be like a fruitful industry. First of all, Mom, I don't even know what they're talking about.
I don't know what they're talking about. Even me, I'm just like,
when it's
married to Buena,
what is it? But I've worked with people who work in mental health. And it's not that marijuana causes anything, but if you already have a pre-existing condition or something that you could be triggered, marijuana can trigger something
kind of like
mental health.
any other mind altering.
Do you understand? So the reason why is because there's been enough cases with mental health where someone just used marijuana and then they had their break or whatever else. So it's not that it's not nonsensical to see why some people are a bit wary, especially if you may have had an experience with someone who maybe was triggered otherwise. However, from what we see, it's more resounding that less people have any damage. It's a threat to a very small majority.
The pros outweigh the cons, especially when you consider looking at the drugs that are already in circulation for mental health. Because if that's what's really holding people back and they're saying, oh my God, people go psycho, you can also see those same effects when someone is put on the wrong medicine when they do have mental health issues already.
Or even alcohol
Exactly, exactly. So it's more about, you're right, it's all about research. And the problem is part of the reason that stigma still continues is because we haven't been able to research marijuana. It hasn't been allowed. So now, now that it's going to be legalized, all these scientists, even if they don't want to smoke it, they can at least study it. You know?
What do you guys think? The hashtag is Ebu Let's Talk. Are you yes for legalizing cannabis, or are you like, please relax now, please let us know.
But on to the next topic, and like I feel as if this one affects every one of us, you know, because all of us use WhatsApp. Like we can't. I feel as if like regular texting isn't even done anymore. Like I even look at my phone and I'm shocked when like I get a text.
I don't even know what you're calling me. Why are you not WhatsApping me?
Yeah, do you not have a smartphone? But apparently, a lot of users are not going to be able to use WhatsApp. You know, up to 1 million WhatsApp users are not going to be able to use their app anymore. And this is because WhatsApp is going through, they're doing an upgrade.
Yeah.
And all the older versions and everything, you guys with your kabambes and suju, other weird types of phones and everything, you're not going to be able to use WhatsApp anymore. It's only for like, you know, the guys who have iOS 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones who have
iOS 8.
Oh, iOS 8.
Yeah.
It's like iOS 8
I'm
and
behind.
above.
Now I can't have WhatsApp, you know? So yeah, iOS 8 and above are the ones who are going to be able to use WhatsApp. But for the rest of us, I'm sorry, no more, you know, conversating and everything.
The interesting thing is, you know, WhatsApp did sort of come out of the gate because, of course, people were attacking them. They were like, no, we're not going to be implementing this until 2020. Because by then, of course, like at that time, if you have an iPhone 4 and it's 2020, you need to work harder, okay? You need to work harder, okay? Because that's still giving you another 2 years before this happens.
Yeah.
But the unfortunate thing is, and this is what people have to realize, is if you ever have to reformat your phone or restart it for any reason, goodbye.
Yeah.
It's gone. And your messages, everything is gone.
Yeah, if you already have it, and everything, your phone does not restore, anything like that. If you have the 4S, the 5, the 5C, the 5S, the 5, these are all iPhones, then you're fine. And this is actually coming because it's Apple who are kind of discontinuing some of those phones. So then WhatsApp is only going to be connected with what iPhone is connected to.
Yeah.
So really, it's like
because we run the world.
What happens to the rest of us? You know, the Android use, because like Apple is only really big when you think about it in the States.
You must know. You must bend to our whim.
In general, it's bigger in the States. So like, you know, for the rest of like the country, especially Africa, what are we going to do for the Android users? And also, a lot of people can't afford nice phones.
Agreed.
I think majority
this is a bad move.
Yeah, majority of Kenyans, Africans, whatever, like we don't have the newest, blingiest phones and everything. And I think everyone uses WhatsApp, so what's going to happen?
I know. I guess to the people who are in that scenario, it's really more Apple's fault, and it's more sorry about that. As far as Android users, there don't seem to be any problem with any Android users.
Yeah.
Nice,
so this is a punishment for having an iPhone.
You thought you were.
You know what? At the end of the day, I'm sorry, as bad as it sounds, Apple is a cult. Okay, once you're in, and it's hard to get out.
Yeah.
Because I see my husband who has this beautiful Galaxy phone, and it's so amazing, and it has this great camera, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I can't leave. And I get that Apple, it's like some of it's very user friendly, and once you're in, it's easy to stay in.
Yeah.
But you're right, it's like for everybody else, it's like the world's passing you by.
This little fact which I heard, I'm not even sure if it's true.
Yeah.
So apparently, Apple tests, all these Instagram, Snapchat, they test themselves through iPhones.
They
so
do,
they're best used on an iPhone. That's why sometimes you see someone who has the dopest Samsung phone, but their video on
social
Instagram
media is a mess.
Bad.
Yeah.
Because Apple has the power to do that.
Apple is addictive because of it's so connected with apps.
Yeah.
So then now you feel like, I lost my phone. Well, no, I broke my phone a month and a half ago, and it's been a really hard time.
I don't know how I can go on.
Even just today, you guys, let me admit, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but literally moments before we started the show, because you know how when you hold your phone and it's open and you can hold an app down and it'll delete? Look, you guys are looking at me. I accidentally deleted my WhatsApp, you guys. This is not a lie. I literally just deleted my WhatsApp. And I'm able to get it back immediately because luckily I have an up-to-date phone. But I was sitting there and like my heart, I was getting palpitations because I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a victim of this article.
We are ridiculous, and we really need to get in touch with life. Anyway,
we have it together, you guys. That's why you watch us.
Let's talk about, I guess, a good thing turned bad.
Yeah.
So there is a beautiful lady who was working for China Airlines, and as you can imagine, your boyfriend coming on board and proposing for you is a dream, right?
Yeah,
yes or no?
beautiful.
It's a dream. It's a dream.
So you think, their video went viral and it was so beautiful, but unfortunately, later on, she got fired.
Yeah.
Let's see the video.
be one of the happiest days of your life, but for one unlucky woman it was slightly tainted, as she reportedly lost her job over it. The flight attendant for China Eastern Airlines went viral in May this year after her boyfriend proposed to her while she was at work. In the sweet clip, filmed about half an hour after takeoff, her boyfriend of 4 years can be seen kneeling on the floor in front of her and holding up a ring. He then stands and bows to his fellow passengers, who are watching intently and recording the lovely scene on their phones. They embrace before she makes an announcement over the tannoy, telling her passengers that she didn't know her boyfriend was going to do it and to thank them for being witnesses to the happy occasion. But that wasn't the end of the story. On September 10th, a Chinese television station reported that the flight attendant has since received a dismissal letter from the company. According to Channel 8, the letter informed her she had ignored the safety of passengers following her boyfriend's marriage proposal. The airline allegedly also said her private romantic behavior caused turmoil among passengers. So despite it being a lovely thought from her boyfriend, it seems to have put her out of a job. Asia One reports that the news of her dismissal has prompted mixed reactions on social media in China. Some argue that firing her for her boyfriend's actions is inhuman, while others say handling private affairs during working hours is inappropriate.
Saddest of them all.
So sad.
I'm one of those who's scared of like a public proposal.
Why?
I don't know why. I'm not sure, but I feel like it's so
You're
overwhelming.
afraid you'll say no.
First of all, because of sometimes I feel like unless you know 100% that I'm going to say yes, please don't propose.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. So I've always had that fear because I've seen it happen.
And like public pressure.
I don't want to feel compelled to say yes. And then if I say no, you know that's over. Like for real. But anyway, this is so sad. The reason why they fired is because they said that the whole ordeal caused turmoil for their passengers. So it's not because you've been proposed to, it's because I guess because of work, it caused turmoil to the passengers. I still think this is a little mean of you guys.
I'm like, what turmoil did it cause? Like,
and
people are happy.
What mean passenger would even report it? Because the only way that I feel like they could justify that is if they got actual reports. But it's like, can you imagine like some, you know, my mind went to like bitter old lady, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. A bitter person was like, look at these people's happiness. I hate their happiness.
Lady, right? It's a white lady.
You know what it is? It's a white lady with a short haircut.
100%.
You know, the ones that always ask for the managers. It's like, I don't want this woman to be happy, this young woman starting her life together. But it's so bad because even the people on social media who were like, oh, private matters should be kept private. It's not like she brought him onto the plane, you guys. Like, it's not like she had any part in it. So, if anything, you should have gone to his work and been like, hey, buddy, you interrupted my flight. But if she shouldn't be the one who suffered.
If your boyfriend gets drunk and punches your boss, should you be fired?
So why did you bring your boyfriend on to get fired? I mean, to punch you. But here's my thing.
But this is such a different scenario. That's a negative, and this is a positive.
No, that's the thing. The job doesn't see that as a positive. How do they benefit?
Right.
Not that I'm agreeing with them, but I'm saying as in your boyfriend, you are going to be held accountable for your boyfriend's act. And look how quick you said yes.
Because it's the truth. But you know, like I feel like first of all, like the airline are just haters. Like they're being mean for no reason. Because I honestly don't think there was a safety hazard or anything. I think they were still able to go on with the flight afterwards. It was a really cute, sweet moment. But girl, if that was my now fiance, you better help me now get a new job because it's your fault.
Exactly.
You're the reason why I have no job. Are we even getting married anymore? Like I don't have a job now.
Okay, but
like,
then,
what are we gonna do?
Let me ask this rebuttal. Okay, so in this scenario, he proposed to you and you get fired this whole thing. Do you hold him accountable for getting you fired and then break up with him?
No. Wait, no.
I won't break up with you, but I'm gonna be mad.
Break up with him.
I'll be mad.
I don't even think I'd be mad at him because I could not have foreseen, even he could not have foreseen that something like that would have fired me. You know, like punching my boss in the face. It's foreseeable.
You could, there's a build-up to punching a boss.
But then with this, it's like he was doing something sweet, and maybe it's because I work so much, etc., etc. Or maybe my job is where I find my most, you know, like where I'm happiest. So he wouldn't have foreseen that. So I don't think I'd blame him.
I would blame you. Like I'll be happy. Like
oh, thank you. Just playing with her drink.
Thank you so much, but I'm blaming you. Unless like The Rock is just like enough to make me forget everything. Like I just have amnesia.
Dang. You know, I love how honest you are, Ayuma. It's like, you're just like, someone was talking about an unnamed basketball player who cheated on his unnamed woman. And they were talking about, like, why did she get back together with him? And someone's caption was, females heal like Wolverine when the bank's kill, right? And
when
I was
the bank
like,
is heavy,
when the bank is heavy,
we will talk things out.
you can afford so much couple therapy if he's getting paid.
True. It's true. Like, it's just the way the world works.
Oh
What
my
do you guys
goodness.
think? Are you for a public proposal? Do you think the boyfriend was right or wrong to propose at the workplace? Please join us on the conversation. The hashtag is Ebru Let's Talk. Now we're going to take a short little break, but when we come back, we've got two amazing guests for you.
Let's talk. Come and take a seat, girl. This is what you need. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Really?
Come and take a seat, girl. This is what you need. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. This is Let's Talk. If you've just joined us, we promised two amazing guests, and I won't even take any longer, but all I've got to tell you is that they have got the best new production in town, and you better be there to check out. So it's Tony Tone and Sean Andrew.
Welcome to the show.
Blue's the vibe.
Yeah.
You guys smash, did you know?
We keep it mellow. It's cool.
Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Thanks for having us.
For those who don't know you, I don't know who, but please introduce yourselves.
Maybe it's not sure.
Okay, so my name's Sean Andrew, and I'm a psychology student, an influencer. I probably still modeling, and now I'm acting. Yeah, it's my acting debut.
Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Tony, or most people call me Mwangi. I do need to explain this real quick. I'm a cuke. And I know how I look, but I'm a cuke. Basically, I come representing Tony Teeny Tone Productions. We're basically a production company. So we've done television, we've done photography, and now we're coming back with a stage show called The Money That Made Him Poor, and that's why we're here to talk about it.
Yeah, nice.
That's amazing. I saw some of the other production, we're talking about it upstairs. Because love. Is it because love? Because of love?
It's hashtag because love.
Because love.
We're trying to be very millennial.
Yes, if you've seen it, if you've seen anything about it, it had a following. We were just there for it. So they are the same kind of people. So you can see the standard. Yeah, you can see the standard.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the production. What is it about?
So basically, The Money That Made Him Poor is basically a play that's loosely based on the NHIF scandals of 2012. So it's about this character called WB. So WB's father dies at the beginning of the play. So basically, he's forced to come to Nairobi by his really benevolent, like really righteous uncle who does not believe in corruption, does things straight. So, but of course, when he gets to Nairobi, Nairobi is Nairobi. So basically, the journey that the audience gets to see WB go on is, does the corruption take him under, or can he succeed while not losing his soul? That's the story.
So that's a pretty heavy topic to talk about, especially for, I feel like people associate you for very young, youthful kind of energy. Why was that your inspiration?
I don't think it's that heavy. I think it's just more, at the end of the day, it's a human story. And it's a very Kenyan human story. So, I mean, there's elements of comedy. I don't think it gets, I mean, of course, there's parts that get dark, but overall, I just say it's a thriller. It's kind of like at the same level of A Few Good Men.
It makes you feel, A Few Good Men is a really good, that's a good bar to aim for, people, just in case you don't know if you're not like an old soul.
And if you can't handle the truth.
Exactly.
And for you, Sean, it's your acting debut. You're not scared. You're excited. How has it been for you?
It's been exciting. Plus, we've got a very good crew with us and cast. Everyone's been so supportive and helpful. Memorizing the lines, well, it was a bit challenging, but we've got them now.
What's your role?
Well, I play a guy called Melvin, who is basically a tenderpreneur. So he's used to mixing with the political class, the business class, all those people in that area. So he's kind of snobbish, cocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's totally different from what I am.
Of course. We're not snobby or cocky
Legit,
or
by the
anything.
way.
No.
He's super shy, by the way. He
Yeah.
really is, yeah.
Extremely shy.
So I want to now talking about like you being shy and everything, but like you're someone who's just so much in the spotlight also, like in terms of being an influencer,
family ties,
everything, So like how is it like working with your introvertness and also being out there?
Yeah.
Well, from what I've realized is that I feel I'm much more comfortable expressing myself acting. Yeah, more vocal in that thing.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm very reserved, private.
Yeah.
But I mean, if there's a positive cause, then I'll get out there, I'll fight for it.
Yeah.
But I like this play because of the message it delivers in that
It's
sense.
interesting because I recognize you from USIU. I went there as well, and I've seen you walking around. And I feel like because people look at you and they first see your connections and your influence and things like that, they don't necessarily see you as a reserved person. Why is it that acting sort of has you come out of your shell more? Because you've kind of grown up as who you are your whole life.
It's true, but well, I'm not a very vocal person in that sense. I mean, I'm close to my friends and family, so I have a very small circle of people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was raised in a way that you should be selfless, help people where you can, all that. So if I can get the word out there in any way, especially, and I enjoy acting, so if I can get the word out there in any way, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's just you have to be brave enough.
Yeah,
to do
of course.
it. Sorry.
Which you
And
are.
you're here, you're doing it, so you go.
Yeah.
You spoke of the message of the play. Now, okay, so living in a place where corruption is so intense and you can't hear, it's kind of everywhere, versus living in a place where if you are corrupt, if you're caught to be corrupt, the extremes are so tough. Now, when I came here, I feel like I just kind of slid into the vibe. So, does the character, is it as tough, or how you wrote it? Did you write it to be like, oh my God, which way should I go? Or was it just like a very smooth?
It was smooth. Like, because that's how life is, man. Like
you accept your surroundings.
Yeah, like one of our actresses put it very well. Like, these are not devils at the end of the day. These are human beings. We just take it an inch at a time,
It's true.
Then you look back and you're like, I'm not the person I was 5 years ago. Now I'm this corrupt person, and before I thought I was a good person.
Right. Yeah.
So but basically what we do for the audience is that we take them through this journey, and at each stage they get a chance to ask, what would I have done? Would I have made that choice?
Right.
Like, for example, like, for a lot of men, like, for example, you meet this girl, she's beautiful, from a rich family, then she's like, but you gotta go sideways, man, if you want some of this. Would you? Then that's one step forward, and then, your parents bring you pressure. You have characters like what Sean plays, Melvin, who give you more pressure, and also give you envy for things that you can't have. So the question is, at each stage, what would you do? So what we've tried to do is take corruption and not make it like NHIF 50 billion lost. This is a human story. And so that everyone can just see themselves in the character, follow along, and keep asking themselves that question.
And I like how you're more behind the scenes. Have you like what made you decide to just like to do the behind the scenes and like script doing the play and everything and coming up with the whole concept and not just like also acting in it as well?
I mean, to be clear, for me, if I could have my perfect life, I would actually just write and act all day long.
Oh, you do both?
Yeah, but my business partner, Justin Karunguru, when we started this company, I asked, like, I want to get into this field, and he was like, look, the money is all in production. And by this stage, like, pretty much I've been self-employed for like 12 years now. So like, I was like, you know what, I bring a certain level of skills that are not as common, so I'm like, let me apply myself here, and then once I've proved my worth here, I'm sure like chances to write and act, I'll either create them myself or they'll come through. But I think, let me take what I'm strong at. In fact, we're actually talking about this in the car. This thing of like, if you have a strength, just make sure you're always building on it. Don't like cut your strength. Like, for example, those 12 years of work, don't cut them out so that I can go be an actor. Let me figure out how to integrate the two so that like I just build, it's not just that I've cut a skill set, but I'm building one skill set into the other kind of thing.
Nice.
Do you ever see yourself writing in like different sort of forums, like TV? Obviously, this is plays. Do you see, this play being turned into like a film adaptation, anything like that? Is that the direction you see yourself?
So thus far we've done a TV show, we've done photography, we've done a stage play.
Yeah.
So my next idea is actually do a live event. Because what we want to do as Tony Teeny Tone Productions essentially is we just want to be known as this company that do our own thing, because our slogan is our stories our way.
Yeah.
So we just want to be known as the kind of guys who tell our stories our way but execute excellently. So we don't particularly care about the format. We just care about like coming out and showing that we're the quality brand. And the long-term goal for me is that we were talking about this again today, that we need to start making blockbuster movies in this country. Like in Africa, we don't need superheroes. We don't need Spider-Man. We don't need Superman. We have them. You know, the Mau Mau were like Superman. You know, Mekatilili was like Wonder Woman. You know, so we don't actually need mythological creatures. All we need to do is go back into our history, and we have hundreds of movies.
We actually have a call. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have a crush on someone on Sean.
Nice.
Oh, Paulus.
Oh no, it went.
Say hi to you.
You don't. I'm sure we have ladies calling in all
Please
the
say
time.
hi to all the ladies. We already know.
So they
Let's just be
stop
honest
calling
with ourselves.
us.
So which one are we?
10.
From Kabete.
Yes.
From Kabete, okay. Hi, Wanjiru from Kabete. I wish I could speak to you, but try calling again.
That's it. Buy credit, girl. So, as far as quality, that's something which I think that's what pushes the boundaries of any industry. When somebody rises to this one, then everybody else has got to try and one up
challenge
them.
society.
For you, what do you think your role is as far as trying to push the industry forward? Because we're not going to get to blockbuster if we keep compromising on quality.
Exactly.
When we started this company, when I sat down with my family to plan it out, we were like, this is a 5-year plan. So like for me, like the last 3 years, I've basically just been figuring out how can you achieve excellence here? How can you achieve excellence there? So for me, the goal is by 2020, I should be able to look across the landscape of the industry and be like, I want to do this. And I know if I work with this person, that person, that person, and do this and that, I can achieve excellence. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. I'm not as interested about like what other people are doing, only because I think if you do that, you just tend to lose focus on what you're doing. So I just want to focus on us being the best of what we are, kind of thing. That's pretty much my goal.
Sean, even a similar question to you. You've gone from sort of every sort of path in entertainment. Do you feel sort of the same way about your acting, or do you see yourself as purely play? Is there another call?
Here we go.
She's a committed woman.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Wanjiru, hi.
Hi.
Speak to us.
Speak to Sean.
Hi, Wanjiru.
Hi, Sean.
How are you? I hear you're calling in from
Hi, Sean.
Kabete.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing
I'm
well.
enjoying the show. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
I met you like 3 years ago. So happy at my wedding.
She met you.
What did she say?
I met you in my head like 3 years ago.
Oh wow.
Married him in your head.
How's the marriage going?
I hope it was a very nice honeymoon.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much for calling, hon.
How many times a day does that happen, man?
I was actually going to say that because we're talking about
walking in USIU around this guy.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
goodness.
serious and stuff, but like, can we just take a second to talk about like why are ladies acting so crazy over you? Like how does it feel like for a situation like that? Does that usually happen?
You're so shy.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why
You're
it
not
happens.
used to it after
You
how
don't know
many
why it
years?
happens. Seriously?
It's been quite a long time, but I don't know since puberty came through. I mean, but
It came through for you in a big way.
yeah, but I mean,
we thank God. We
It's
thank
okay.
God.
We can get back. We can get back to the question about something other than your looks, because
Yeah.
you're clearly more than your looks.
I'm
So,
terribly
as far-
uncomfortable with that question.
As far as your acting goes, do you see this as your career path? Because you've touched bases in so many other mediums.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, for me, I've learned that I'm my own brand
Yeah.
and my own business in that sense. But I deliver a good message to people, and in the same way, I should try and get out there in any way possible.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of being as diverse and dynamic as possible. So acting could be, yes, a part of. I would like to continue acting. So yeah, it could be one of the many hats I wear.
In the blockbuster films that we're sure to see.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So in the cast, we also have Anne Moira, who plays Sophia. We are led by Noah Kovola, who plays WB. We also have Benson Ochungo, who plays Sam. We have Lucy Wache, who plays Ma, who I think, like my bet is I think that's the character people will love the most. And then we have Mildred Sakina playing Bettina. So that's kind of the main cast.
That's pretty cool. Like, please, you guys, and where can people check it out?
So if you want to buy tickets, just the website is tinyurl.com/pourmoney. So tinyurl.com/pourmoney. Or you can just follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. It's @T_productions. And yeah, the tickets are on sale now. Early bird ends on Sunday, and the first show is Thursday at 3 p.m. So see you all there.
Where's the show taking
This
part?
coming Thursday, yes.
And it's located where?
It's going to be showing at the Louis Leakey Auditorium, Nairobi National Museum. Yeah, shows at 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 8:30 for 4 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So these guys are going to work hard.
Yeah, are you ready for that?
Yeah, it'll be fun for sure.
Yeah.
It's a good script. It's a good setting. It's a good play.
Have you guys done like a whole dry run of it, so you know everything?
We did one yesterday.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And as far as the cast, because some people on this table are actresses. You won't mention anyone. No one at all.
They don't sit at this end of the table.
No one.
Any fingers.
Exactly.
How first of all did you come to get those people as a cast, number one, and for future productions? Because I'm sure Aima wants to know whether someone auditioned.
Asking for a friend, by the way.
Okay, so to audition, basically, the social media, @T_productions, or our website, tttproductions.tv. That's where you can find audition information. As far as finding people, like, actually it was quite diverse. But first we had an audition, and one thing I do have to say, like, the quality of female acting talent in this country, man, it truly is world class.
Yeah.
Like,
Yay, ladies!
Yeah, definitely. Because like I think for the lead role that Anne Mora got, I think we had like 6 people who like we were considering. Then Anne walked in and just blew us out of the water. You know, made the director cry, and she was just amazing. So it was just basically straight up audition. So you just go to the website. We have a form there where you fill out, submit some of your pictures, and then we call you for an audition. We try to run it on a schedule. Like everyone gets a 30-minute slot. So if you audition with us, please be on time. And then pretty much that's it. And then as for Sean, because I know his manager because of Joyce. So Joyce Maina, who did Because Love, is also his manager. Castro, hello Castro. And so,
Shout out.
Yeah, so he's the one who brought Sean, and he brought Anne. We did an audition with both of them, and we're like, that's it. This is the people who want to join our cast. Yeah. Barbara Nyambura is also in our cast. My bad. I forgot one more
We have
person.
another
Hi,
call.
Barbara.
I have another call. I'm Teresa from Nanyuki.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Speak a little louder, please.
Okay, I want to greet those guys, okay?
Please, they're here.
Those guests, are you going to be greeted?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I just wanted to greet those guests, right?
How are you? Are you well?
Good.
I'm really fine.
Oh,
really
We're glad to
thank you
hear
so
it.
much for calling.
Thanks for greeting them.
I don't know what you guys are doing to our
But
females
there
over
is
here.
some-
Everyone is just confused. until they
Hotline
can't even ask.
bling.
You normally get
I think
No,
it's the-
not like this. Not like
Okay.
this, huh?
I sleep under the shade of his tree, so I'm good.
we're getting so many female people calling in. Like, let's just cut to the chase.
We have to ask.
Are you single, guys?
No.
You're not
You've just
single.
broken people's hearts over here.
I love that confident no.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Say hi to your girl, you know.
Yes. And what about you, Sean?
I'm very single, yes.
That's it.
There you go.
I feel like
Hotlines.
now let me ask, were you hesitating to ask because now you're a little bit afraid for your safety?
No. Well, I'm very safe. Don't worry.
You're just shy, yeah?
Yeah, extremely shy.
Okay, so now the ladies know.
Our lines are open. Please, like one at a time if you can. I'm sure it's going to be It's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
To my CV.
I'm sorry, Safaricom or any other company.
The casting, because I only know of because Lab was like absolutely immaculate. As far as you're concerned, is there something that you look for in someone so that you know, like, this is the person who's going to communicate this character best? Because a lot of productions, we do say, with all due respect, it's very much call the person who's most famous, who's going to bring the tickets.
Yeah.
You know, there's that style.
Yeah.
So for you, what's your process?
I mean, that definitely plays into it. But I think at the end of the day, you want to make sure that at the very least, you have a majority of cast who are just really good at their job.
Yeah.
And again, I was an actor coming up, so like I used to watch inside the actor's studio, a fair bit. So like for me personally, I know what I'm looking for, and that's the good thing about working with people who really know what they're doing, like Tina and on Because Love with Shurya, is that they know what they're looking for as well. So like the debates we're having tend to be very clever debates, tend to be like, not like, alikuwa mzuri. I think so. It tends to be like, oh, the way she acted was not. She didn't commit to the character enough, and things like those. We tend to have much more intelligent conversations. So I think I'm just very lucky, man. Like over the last 3 years, I've worked with really great people. So I just can't keep learning and growing. And also, again, I repeat it, we just have too much talent in this country. So even if you throw a rock, you'll find a good actor or actress in this country.
That's awesome.
Yay, kudos to actors.
All right, so we're loving all the information that you're giving us and everything, but right now everyone has become keeping it really politically correct and stuff. So it's time to, get a few more, juicy details from you guys. So it is time for game time.
I think that chick might like you too. Extra love.
All right, guys, so it is game time, and the game that we're going to be playing is Never Have I Ever. So
It's
basically,
not even Friday.
It's juicy. I'm ready. Like, everyone has been, hi, yes, all poised and everything. I want to get the dirt, the real juice and everything.
Mom, switch off.
So everybody is going to get a placard. And
everybody.
I have not, I have not. And we're going to ask
Okay.
questions, and please, answer correctly and honestly.
No lying.
Scout's honor.
I do have family watching this.
All right,
Mom,
it's all right. It's
whatever
all right.
It's okay,
you see
I'm
here, I'm
pretty
not
sure they won't
responsible for.
It's okay. They know. You just tell them it's for TV, yeah?
Let's start with Dana.
All right.
Oh, okay, no problem. So I just have to read.
No,
So you have.
right
So Ayuma.
here.
Okay, so never have I ever turned down headphones to eavesdrop on a convo. I have. Of course I have. Are you kidding me?
Why else are you in Matatu?
Yeah. And I'm proud of this.
The next
Okay,
one.
so never have I ever seduced or had a crush on my best friend's boyfriend or girlfriend.
Hey, I have not.
Where do you
I
live?
don't think I have. Yeah.
Hold on.
Two guys over here.
Do proud.
No. Me, but then it was very honest. Like it was one of those where we went, we had a chat.
You were just like, bro, I'm hitting on your girl.
Yeah.
Competition is on.
And she was all right with that.
Yeah. And I won one, I lost one. Like it happened.
You
Mine
won.
was I have
Yeah.
not.
Hey, all right. I think it's now my turn.
Yes.
Never have I ever worn the same outfit 2 days in a row, knowing I am not meeting the same people.
You have not.
Look at the cool kids saying it to
Why
them.
would you wear the same thing twice?
Because
You have to.
Like what you
not
go out.
even that.
Mama,
Not
wash
even
the
that. I will
pajamas.
repeat the same diva so many days because I know I won't meet people. Or if it's like you're just wearing an outfit for an hour. Come on, guys, just be real. Just be real.
Sometimes you have a uniform for the house.
Yeah, exactly. You have the
Okay,
you have the
that I can allow
pajamas.
that.
Yeah.
Next person.
What's,
I mean
yeah.
sweatpants.
Wait, I don't
So
have
it's
one.
my
Yeah,
turn?
your turn.
We'll share.
We'll do it all.
Is the handwriting hard to read?
Nelly, just read it.
Yeah, read it.
They're all I'm pretty sure everyone here has done these, so I'm gonna pick the most disgusting one.
We like your thought.
Never have I ever picked my nose.
Come on,
I do this with shame.
I know. I'm not
You know
proud
what
of
it is?
myself.
I had a septum piercing that I hid from my parents, and so I used to mess with it.
All right, the next one.
Sean's
Wait,
face.
how do you hide from that?
You flip it up in your nose. They didn't notice. I had it for like a month.
You just have to.
All right.
Go
All right. This is kind of an obvious one. Okay. Never have I ever fallen on my knees.
To fall and then you land on your knees.
Yes.
I think
Everyone's fallen.
Oh, I have. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, the next one.
I do the next one.
Yeah.
All right. Never have I ever ogled before.
All gold.
Like check someone out.
Check someone out.
Everybody's checked somebody out.
I mean,
My
that's what
eyes-
Instagram
Have
is
you
for.
ever ogled like someone you shouldn't be ogling though? Because that's also a thing that
Yeah, I
I've done.
have as well.
Everybody's
Who is
ogling.
someone you shouldn't ogle? Who is that?
Like
Maybe
somebody
you're-
else's chick, which you've already admitted
Yeah, you
before.
do.
Yeah, the
precursor to that was ogling.
I said in confidence. It's a safe space. there.
with the rest of the world, with the rest of the nation.
A safe
they
space.
do.
They, they won't tell
But they
anyone.
know that people can call into this safe space.
All right, finally, never, it ties into the one you had, never have I ever peeped on someone's phone.
Like, look
You know,
like
I've
this.
never looked at
I'm-
anyone's phone actually.
That's how you know
You
you've
have
you've not been
never
in a
looked at
matter.
anyone's
peep
phone.
someone's phone when they're using it.
Wait,
anyway.
Sean hasn't.
I mean,
course.
well,
You know what it
for
is?
their
Even
safety, though.
even if like hubby is next to me and he's on his phone, I'm
Yeah.
just like whatever.
But not
You've
necessarily
never-
your husband, but like anybody
You mean
ever.
Maybe like I guess maybe it's like in passing, you know? It's like
No,
you want to
I'm
see what
straight
they're
up like
doing.
this.
Yeah, look at but he's just
There's nothing
about
as
you?
good
What was
on,
the
in a
second
matatu
one?
like some of the
Oh, I have to read all of them.
yeah,
Just
and you're
need
just
one more.
entertained.
Okay. Never have I ever done ugly crying in private.
Oh, in
Oh,
private.
everybody! I've
Well,
ugly
yeah.
cried. Yes.
Even I've
it
done
in
it in
private
public
or-
as well.
Yeah.
No, not in public.
No.
I think
You
I
gotta
ugly
be
cried this
gangster.
morning. Who
No,
knows,
I-
guys? Who knows?
Okay, so after a breakup,
Yeah.
In public.
no, in
Just
private.
ever. Everyone
Calm
does.
After
as an
breakup,
adult, as an
come
adult,
on.
You don't
as an
ugly
adult,
cry.
no, as an adult, no, I have cried many times, but not, no.
So you do that one masculine tear down the side of your cheek. Very
No.
theatrical guy.
No, it was like when I watched Supermodel, like tears streamed down my face as I watched that, but they streamed Denzel style, you know, like
Of
it
course,
starts then,
yeah.
but you just hold
the
on there.
manly man tear.
Yeah.
The lies, you guys. The lies.
Wonderful.
So what have we discovered? We've discovered that you've never repeated an outfit. That is the
Wild.
biggest achievement in the
That they
world.
go
Yeah.
after their
How
friends'
much
girls.
clothes do you have?
Those are the people you have to look forward to in the new play.
Come through, tinyurl.com/poor
Yes.
money.
And where
See you
can
there.
people find you on social media?
So for us, I'd just say just @T_productions is where you'd find us. And Sean?
Well, for me, it's Sean Andrew. The three, I mean, there's a 3 instead of an E in Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
all of them. Yeah.
Instagram.
So as the ladies rush there, we know what you're going to be doing. And we hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you so much, Sean, for being here. And are we invited to the play?
Of
course.
Yeah.
We are?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we are going to be there. So you guys, you make sure you get your ticket. Thank you so much for watching. And remember the hashtag is Ebu Let's Talk. If you want to speak to any of our guests a bit more, that's the hashtag. Thank you so much for watching. Until tomorrow, 6 p.m. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's talk.